What's up, everybody? Wicked Wolf here. It's time for the weekend. Hope everyone had a good week. I know it's Friday, fun day. I'm here with one of my mods here, Griever. Is joining us. We're gonna play some Slay the Spire today. Hang out. I know that I was doing the Crimson Desert run. I'm not done with that. I may pop that in, occasionally. But the problem with that is I'm playing on the side, and that game is so much content that it's would be hard to have the two different playthroughs. And so I think what I'll do is I'll just play it on my own, and then when I want to stream it, I'll just play from my own playthrough. Otherwise, I'm gonna have 50 million YouTube videos of Crimson Desert with the amount of content. But today I feel like I wanted to play some cards. It's Friday. you know you know how it is, busy work week. I want to play some cards. So me and Graver are gonna hang out here. Right, homie? We're gonna hang out and just shoot the thing.
Yes, sir. Let's shoot the thing.
Cool. You can hear me on your side, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounding good.
Cool. I'm gonna just make sure that I'm not muted like last time. Jeez. Hold on before I give me 1 second, guys. Oh. Get my camera going. Ow, my arm. All right. I think is it active? Or did I unactivate it?
I do not see anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to good old tech. I'm probably gonna have to go in here in properties. There we go. It's the beautiful,
there it is.
beautiful man himself.
There he is.
Look at that. They can see my beautiful. You know that you grew up in a trailer park if you got a butter bowl that you eat your food out of, right there. That's just how it is. But anyway, we can just hang out and chat. I'm just gonna get the Slay the Spire ready. I think I already got it ready, actually. All right. All right, here we go. Let's go to my gaming scene here. All right, let's see if it'll show it. That'll be the next step. So you were telling me about there we are. I'm gonna go full screen because otherwise it looks weird. You were telling me about the Ocarina of Time.
Yep.
How did you hear about that?
Year 3 next. Do what?
How did you hear about that?
Reddit.
Like, wait, like you were browsing Reddit and found it, or like what?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm in all sorts of. I think it was under the gaming subreddit, like literally the gaming. But
Oh, I see.
yeah, I think there was an announcement from Nintendo for a 3D Mario. Won't come out till next year, but we'll get an Ocarina of Time remake around Christmas. That's going to be their Christmas release, and then we're also getting a Star Fox remake, classic style, later this year.
You mean just like the ship flying?
Yeah, like I think they kind of veered off path. I think you were able to like land your ship and run around on foot and stuff. I think this one's probably gonna go back to like Star Fox 64, like the one that we played last time you were over.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I played Star Fox was the first one on Nintendo? Was it on the regular Nintendo? I can't remember. Yeah, it was, right?
I don't remember what the first one was. The only one I ever played was 64.
I just remember, I'm pretty sure it was Nintendo. It was like very polygonal. And I don't know. I haven't really ever been a big Star Fox. Now, Ocarina of Time, a couple times I've started it, but I haven't really played through it. But I'm kind of excited. I'm waiting for the remake, so I hope they do it. Um,
Yep.
so I can play through it finally and get the Suffering of the Water Temple.
You gotta do the ice before that. That's almost just as bad.
Yeah, I hear. I've seen a little bit of it because I watched Game Grumps playthrough a little bit.
Classic. With what they named Link in that one? Was it Smurf or whatever? Smort?
I don't even remember now their names. They got so many weird names that they come up with. Um, Surprised it wasn't like McButts or something, you know.
Could have been.
Uh,
I know there was like a knee for something.
yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't remember that. You know how much content of Game Grumps I've scoured through. I think I went through.
Funneled into your brain.
I funneled every Game Grumps thing they probably ever made at this point. So what I'm doing, Tyler's playing. I said your name this one, as long as I don't say your full name there, buddy. I playing Slay the Spire 2, and I beat it with every class except the defect. So that's what I'm trying to do, so that I can start doing what's called ascensions. And I was pretty smooth sailing. Like the other classes went through like once the first time, or either like the second try, and I was able to beat the thing. But this one I'm struggling busting with this one.
This one's tough. What's the play style of this one?
So I'll kind of walk you through it. The thing is, I'm a noob. So the first Slay the Spire I didn't play. I think we talked about this. I didn't play that much of the first one, like not like my buddy did. Which is my fault because I love that game. It's just one of those things that always happens where it comes out at a time when there's other games that I was playing. But I'm in love with this game. I'm addicted. So far I like 2, but it's not balanced. Obviously, Slay the Spire 1 has more balance. But anyway. And I think some of it is that I'm not sure how to do the pathing. I'm starting to try to figure it out, but it's not just building the cards, it's also like figuring out paths. So like sometimes this is not a good idea. I don't know if you're like watching what I'm doing. But I'm circling like the shop. And sometimes I don't know if that's good early because I'm not going to have a lot of gold. I'm not going to really know what to be taken out of my deck. So maybe having a shop this early isn't that great. Let's go up here. If we go this way, this one's probably better because there's a shop later. And I'll kind of have a defined method of knowing what to take out. So I think I'm going to try that. But anyway, so this one kind of, I don't know, man. So you got these 3 little dots up here. These are like your what's called orb slots. And so if you play an ability that's lightning, then lightning has like at the end of your turn deal 3 damage to a random enemy. And some cards have the ability to evoke it. When you evoke it for lightning, it does 8 damage. There's ice that gives you like armor. And it's the same kind of concept. It does a passive armor, but if you evoke it, it gives you more. And then there's chaos that builds up over time, and that does just straight. Like it doesn't do anything passively except double over time. And then when you evoke it, it just unleashes that number that it's kind of built up all at once. So it revolves around these. It revolves around that, and then so like dual cast, right? So dual cast will evoke this twice, which means it'll do 16 damage because it's doing the evoke thing. So early on, so the thing is though, I'm not, if I do that, this is gone, and then I don't have anything in the slots to do passive damage. But I feel like right now is a good time to go ahead and just knock out 16 damage. And then as long as I can draw 2 attacks next turn, I should be able to kill it. Oh, that's right, I can't, because he shrunk me. So this enemy's annoying because he shrinks you, and you do 30% less damage. Yeah, the enemies are... Dude, the enemies in this game are brutal. I'm going to switch to this other mouse over here. Okay.
Get the pro mouse now.
Well, you know that turtle one I got? It's a incredible mouse. It's probably my favorite mouse I've ever had, but it doesn't work well with the IR little thing that you plug in the USB. It works good with Bluetooth, but not that. And I have it paired up Bluetooth with my work computer.
Gotcha.
So I'm using that other one, my Razer. Okay, can we kill it this turn? Answer's yes, so we can channel. And then there we go. So some of the things I've kind of figured out by playing this is like, you know how I would just explain how he made my attacks like 30% less damage.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't affect my abilities that I evoke. So that kind of gets around that mechanic sometimes, so that's helpful. But anyway. Alright, let's see what I get. Lose 3 max. I guess so. Let's just do it. Nice. Okay. I think that's where we'll stop there. We'll go here and see what other random event we get. Ethereal. If this card is in your hand at the end of your turn, okay. Let's do it. Let's get a random. Whenever you play a power, a random card in your hand is free to play. Okay. First time you play this card, each combat, gain 1 energy. Let's do it with the block. Maybe we do this. And I'm going to go down this path. But anyway. So, see, like, this is the brutal thing. Like, he's already going to do 12 damage my first turn. So there's nothing I can do to block all that damage. Well, I mean, I can block 10 of it. But it's just like I don't know. It's just like you're gonna take damage, so it's like mitigating that versus that's, I don't know. It's kind of like the dance you have. It's like deciding whether you're gonna block or you're gonna take the damage, like using your health as a resource. Wait, is my
Which it seems like in a few cases you don't really have a choice.
Yeah, you don't really have a choice. I think my camera froze. Hold on.
I couldn't even see that guy you banned.
Oh, you couldn't see him? Oh,
No, he didn't even show up for me.
It must have been a warning. Like, it must have been caught him as a warning before. Hold on, let me see something here.
Oh, hold on.
Okay. I'm gonna try to get my camera working here again.
Okay. That sounds good. Here, I'll be right back. Give me like 2 seconds.
No problem, dude. There we go. It's back, I think. Yeah, okay. All right. Ready? There's nothing I really need out of mine. Well, I guess actually there is. There we go. Deal 4 damage 3 times. There's a nice little card here that I discovered before I got on, which it's called Flat Cannon, which I've been building, trying to build if it gives me around that, and it's pretty cool. Let's see. Let's go here. So that's 15 damage. See if I can get the flat cannon going this time. I don't like any of those. See, that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's do this so that they...
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back, welcome back.
Thank you. I see you got your camera working.
Yeah. You know, it's going to be one of those tech days. Let's do this. And then that and that. And that should kill them all. There we go. So yeah, I'm excited to can't wait, man. I've been waiting to show you all the Crimson Desert stuff.
Yeah, sounds like you've really been putting in some work.
Man, it's all I think about all day. It's that game is my game of the year. You know, I haven't even got to dragons and stuff, but it's just like I was gonna tell you, like, I want you to see it so bad how good it looks that I was gonna ask you, like, what do I have to do to bribe you to come hang out with me at my house? And just so we can hang out and see it. Spend, you know, we could have a dude day over here.
Yeah, I'd be down. We need to find a good weekend, but
yeah. Yep, yeah, do it on a weekend when Layla can, maybe her and Aurora can go do a ladies' weekend, and me and you can hang out. I'll wine and dine you, okay?
yeah, man, that sounds good to me.
We'll go eat some good lunch at like what what's that? They just opened another new surprise, surprise. They opened another new Tex-Mex.
Oh, really?
Yeah, out here.
I'm always on Tex-Mex.
I almost ordered it today on what's that thing called? Uber Eats. but I didn't. Let's do this, and we'll do this, and then we'll do this. I don't have any way. See, look, like I have no blocks, so like I'm just gonna take unless I can figure out a way to kill him, which I'm not gonna be able to. I'm taking 14 damage, so it's just like it's tough, man.
Yeah, I wish I had the patience.
I mean, I love card games, and it's kind of the puzzle of figuring it out and using the resources, and like I said, I feel like the other classes are balanced. At least the two I enjoy the most, which is like the Regent and the Silent. Silent's like this chick that does that poison stuff that I showed you, and the Regent's the dude with no legs in the chair.
Yep.
Oh, I should have paid attention. So now I have all blocks and no attacks. But I don't know. I feel like the Ironclad, I won with that one, no problem, but I still don't feel like it's balanced. And I don't feel like this class is balanced, but what do I know? I'm a newbie. I'm just going off my other years of card experience. Alright, let's see what the card shop has to offer. I'm looking for this card. I built it around, you notice some of my cards are putting status effects on my deck. I found this new card called Flat Cannon, and it goes off of like statuses being put in your deck. And why I love it is because there's a lot of enemies in this game that put status cards in your deck. Not only does it exhaust those cards, but it turns it into damage. And I was using it earlier. I had the upgraded version. It's like 8 damage per status. And this, between me putting stuff in my deck and an enemy putting stuff in my deck, I had like 22 status effects in my deck. And then I used that flat cannon. It did 8 damage times 22. Which is, yeah. Let's just say the thing that I was fighting, I murdered them. Let's take this out now. And we'll save the rest of our money. Okay. Well, we killed that dude on our first try, so that's good. But yeah, what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, sorry, I get distracted. My ADHD brain.
No worries.
Is it ADHD or ADD? It's ADHD, right? My brain.
Yeah. Well, I think ADHD is just hyper.
Okay. So ADD.
Otherwise, just attention. Yeah, I'm not sure. To be honest.
I think you're right. Like my ADD, my attention span, like I'll think something and then my brain goes to another thought. And I kind of want to paint you this picture before I show you this later so that you can do it. And I still want to show you the scenes tonight. I don't know how I'm going to show it to you in a way that I can get across the video quality, but so as I kind of said in the text, and I blew you up a couple times this week, probably you're like, dude, shut up about this game. I'm just really excited about it. But
oh, heck yeah, I'll never yoke your young dude.
In fact, one night I had to hold back because I saw that I know that you put your phone on silent. One night I saw that you forgot, so I was like, nah, I'm not gonna. Just because you forgot, I was like, I'm not gonna. Because sometimes I know that you put it on silent and you're probably asleep, So I like send it anyway because it won't notify you. But one night this week, actually, I think it was Wednesday, you forgot to do it.
Yep. Yeah, I think a lot of the times what I do is I'll read a text while I'm doing something else, and I'll think of a response. I'll be like, oh yeah, that's it. And then I'll like go about my day and assume that I sent that text. And then you'll text me back and be like, oh shit.
Yeah, there's times when I get in trouble by my other friend. I make a more conscious effort. I don't know why. It's just me and you. We just hang out a lot more than my other friends.
We vibe.
We vibe. But for you, I try to make an attempt to like do it. But there's still times when I like my other friends. Let's use my other friends. It's a bad example because I feel like for you, I don't know. I give you more attention than them. Just because it's reciprocated, right? It's not always reciprocated between my other friends. So why put the energy into them when I don't get it reciprocated? So my other buddy, for example, Chris, he texts me, I think, a couple times, and what'll happen is I'll read it, and I probably shouldn't read it so the notification stays there, but I'll read it and then forget about it. And then it goes like days without me responding, and he's probably like, what the hell is wrong with you, dude? But
I am guilty.
Is what it is. I get it, especially for you because you have like you have a family, dude. I don't have that responsibility, so it's like if you don't respond to me, I get it because you got things to do. There's no reason usually for me to not respond to you unless I'm just an idiot for some reason.
There's never a quiet dull moment. I wouldn't change it.
And it's exactly why I will never have kids, but I appreciate those who do. I support the people that do.
We support the families.
Yep. I'll pour one out for the homie.
That's right.
Okay, so that's 8. I gotta do math. Oh god, my brain. 8 and 9 is 17. Anyway, so I'm gonna paint you this picture. All that to get to the point I'm trying to get to this whole time. See, this is what I'm talking about, my brain. So most nights I've been like trying to get on and get my like little camp situation taken care of in that game because like right now I'm trying to build I try to get to the point where because you can remember like WoW, you can send out people and they do missions, and those missions get you resources for your camp. Okay, and I finally got to the point where I'm doing that now. But one day I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take a break from that, and I'm gonna put a spot on the map, and I'm gonna just go. And I had a very similar experience to Breath of the Wild. It was one of my favorite gaming moments of all time, and this is kind of why this is probably going to be my game of the year, even though it's early. Because of that feeling I had the other day. And it's not like just that time, there's been other times, and I'll kind of explain what I'm saying. But alright, so I put the spot on the map. And it's far to the east. So like you've got where I started out, based on what I can see, there's a lot of fog of war, so I'm just kind of judging on base of what I see. It looks like from where I'm standing, I'm in the middle of the country. So just imagine there's like a big region to the left, to the north, and to the right, and there's some stuff down to the south. So I just put the thing on the far east, and I take off. All right. So of course on my way, I find several ruins. One of my favorite part about this game is that it doesn't matter where you stop. If you find a ruin, there's a 99.9% chance that you will be rewarded with something that actually you care about. Usually it's armor, or it's a thing that helps you. Since there's no levels in the game, your leveling is your skill system and your armor. So usually you'll either find armor, or you'll find like those things that help you like get stronger with your skills. More stamina, more health, a new power, whatever, right? So there's never, and usually those things are hidden behind a puzzle inside those ruins. So like you'll find it, and you'll find like this door that's locked, and you don't see any way to get in, and you're like, oh, you know, you start looking around, there's nothing. Like the other day I found one, I see the bars on the thing, and I see no like apparent thing, but I see a brazier with fire. And then I look over, and it's done in a way that's not like super obvious, but it's like it's intelligently designed. And again, I'm gonna glaze this game a lot. That's not to say, for people who are listening, that it's 1000% glazed, because my problems with the game are, and it's not, I guess it's inherently the problems because it's built on the foundation of it used to be an MMO. It's like you just have so many skills and controls that take the same buttons, so sometimes the controls, like for example, when you're picking something up, it's square, but that's also jump. So a lot of times, and you'll see the joke going around on TikTok, is, you know, when you're trying to pick something up, you jump. That's kind of like the meme going on this game. But so that's my problem is with it, and that gave me no reason to say that they're gonna fix it, because they've already released a big patch and fixed a bunch of stuff. But anyway, in this one particular one, I noticed that there was a brazier, and usually because of how I've been experiencing the game, I'm like, okay, well, they're trying to tell me something. So I look around, and sure enough, I see like these vines, and it looks like there's something underneath it. So I'm like, okay. So I hold my bow and arrow over the brazier. It lights my arrow on fire, and then I shoot it into what I think is something's under there. And sure enough, that area catches on fire, and it like burns the vines and stuff away, revealing like a switch that I can hit, and it opens the bars, and I get some armor.
Oh, sick.
So like you feel rewarded for exploring. And then you know, a lot of games with puzzles, they'll handhold, or they'll give you hints. This game gives you no hints. So they'll give you a puzzle, and you're just left to your own devices to figure it out. And I'm going to sidetrack again. This is my ADD brain again, but it's just like to prove a point. There was one puzzle where it was a big tile system, like think 9 by 9. So there's like 18 total tiles. And nothing in it but 2 symbols. And those 2 symbols match. And you got to figure out, okay, well, what do I do? Like, there's no hints, there's nothing around. So what do? You just get on it and start trying. And then as soon as I get on there, I step on the one symbol, and I walk to the symbol that's the same. And then sure enough, some more symbols appear. And they're like the same symbols, but they're across the section of the grid. So then eventually I figure out, I mess up like several times. I'm like, wait a minute, they want me to connect. You have to find a way to path to the same symbol without blocking your path to get to the other symbol, so that you basically can create a path to all the symbols without stepping on anything but the path to get to the next symbol. Does that make sense? Like, you're basically trying to find a connection to the symbol, but you can't block your way. You can't cross the same tile twice. So you have to like plan it out to make sure that you're not that you leave enough space to connect another symbol. Anyway, it does that like a few times, and I'm rewarded with a skill point. Really cool feeling. Like you feel awesome for solving the puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
So I find
For sure.
So I find that, funny enough, it was the first, one of the ruins I found was the first piece of my Nazgul cosplay outfit. And that's how I realized that armor existed. And then, I don't like to look things up, but once I realized that existed, I wanted it, so I did look up how to get the other pieces. Which I don't know how you would have figured. I mean, I do now because I see like there's like 3 or 4 pieces were hidden behind waterfalls, dude. And the only reason why you knew it was hidden behind the waterfalls because you know how they have those little stacks of stones. I think it's Japanese. Is it Japanese? Like usually they'll have like the biggest rock on the bottom, and then it kind of smaller rocks until it gets to a point. I forget what custom that is.
Sure.
But anyway, that's the only way you know that there's something there in this particular scenario, is that if you see that, you know that you're at the right waterfall. So then you get to the waterfall and you have to do a special, nothing tells you in this game. Like, if you just walk up to a waterfall, it's running so fast, it's going to knock you over. And I think you saw me do that once. And I couldn't figure it out, but come to find out, you learn a skill called stab, and you have to do triangle and R1. You hold it and you do the stab into the waterfall, and it allows you to pass through without getting pushed away. So there's like several waterfalls with secrets behind it.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah, so it's like, so now you're like, you come across a waterfall, you're like, I got to do this stab attack in case there's something behind this waterfall. You know? So, like, oh, it's funny.
Got you paranoid.
Yeah, it's got me paranoid because I'm a loot goblin. So anyway, I started heading, and I found several ruins on my path to the east. About, I don't know, it's a good 10-15 minutes of me riding my horse. It starts to rain. This is why I feel like this sounds like I'm gonna be explaining a movie scene for you. Starts to rain. I come into this like territory. Off in the distance, I see the lights. Remember I kind of showed you on the computer. Off in the distance, when you see a town and the lights are just on. So I knew it was a town. So I'm like, cool. Let's go see what this town is. And I could see kind of off in the distance. And this is why another reason why I appreciate the draw distance. Because just past that, I could see there's a castle. So I have a few breadcrumbs. I'm like, okay, I'll go check this town out. And I'm going to go see. The castle looks sick. It looks like a historical castle. Like a real castle. It was massive. It had like this drawbridge gate. I'm like, okay, I'll go check that out after. So I start galloping through these like farmlands parts. And I notice some red dots on the map, which means it's usually bandits. So I stop to fight. I start fighting. And then, you know, a few minutes in, I'm like, holy cow, there's a lot of bandits. I look down the map, and like every NPC in the foreseeable future on the mini map was red. I'm like, what the? Like, so I like got on the horse. Okay, I'm not gonna fight all this. I'm just gonna get on. And as I was riding through, everybody was red. The NPCs, everybody.
Oh.
So I was like, I found a space where I wouldn't get attacked, and I like pulled up the map. I don't know if I don't remember. I think it pauses it, but I wasn't sure. And I noticed it was another nation. So the only thing that I can conclude without, you know, there's nothing I can say to prove this right now, but my guess is that the nation that I've been doing all these quests for, I'm aligned with them, and maybe they're at war with this nation, and that's why. That's why all the enemies everyone's an enemy to me. And if that's true, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's good.
So, long story short, I'm running through all these things, and like guards are chasing me. I'm like, oh my god. And then positioned kind of right in front of the castle. I finally make it to like almost to the castle. I see these lights. What and I hear this music, and it's like music of a circus. And I'm like, what is this game? Like it's literally a circus. So you stop. I found enough distance, and then when you're in the circus, it's friendly. So I go in the circus, and I'm looking around, and there's like big trolls with clown outfits on, and like, I mean, orcs and stuff. And you look around, you go in the tent, and there's like people in there watching some guy juggle, and like some guys are doing that thing on the bicycle, like the single wheel bicycle. And I start looking around, and then, you know, I spend a good. I must have took a while to get there, because then about that time it starts to stop raining, and starting to become morning. So I go back outside, and then now that it's morning and it's not dark outside, I can start to see. And I see, I noticed like there's this hippo. There's like these big old hippos out front. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. And they look great. Well, right next to that is a lion. And, you know, what would you do? It's a lion. It's a lion circus. Every animal in this game you can pet. So I'm like, I'm gonna go up and see if I can pet the lion. Turns out you cannot pet the lion. You can in fact ride the lion and run off with it.
What the hell?
Now, and so check this out. I just wanted to tell you, I'm gonna, for those who, I'm gonna send it to you first, and then I'll explain what I'm sending you. Because when I was doing this, this is how I felt. I'm gonna text this to you. That picture. Tell me once you've seen it. And for those, you know, if you're watching on YouTube, whatever, for the, like, I sent him a picture of the Family Guy episode where Peter is riding on the lion. That's how I felt, you know. like, anyway, so but it's one of those situations when you get off, you know, you can't keep it.
Right.
But I thought it was, you could just get on the lion and go, and it's awesome. I hope they fix that, by the way. And there's a lot of people on Reddit, and like you said, I think you pointed out there's a petition. So yeah, I hope they do that sooner rather than later. Because I feel like you're punishing me. You created this whole system of like these cool mounts, and then I can't do anything with them.
Right. Yeah, I need to ride them for a few minutes.
Yeah, and I'm gonna detour my story. I went north another night, and I came to the bears, like that bear clan. I think it's the bear clan that was at the beginning of the game, and they're riding on bears, and the bears are like, I mean, they must be way high, higher level from what I just can't keep up. They do crazy damage to me, so I must just not be ready for that area, or I'm not, my gear's not grinded up yet. But like, for me to spend all the effort that I spent fighting one to finally get on it, and me not be able to keep it, is like, to me, that's criminal.
Yeah. Agreed.
Because that thing hits hard, dude. Like, he'll pin you to the ground, and you have to do a QTE to get up. Or he'll maul you to death. But it's sick. It's still sick. I just think we should be able to keep it. Anyway. So, I do that for a little bit, let the line go. I'm like, okay, let me go figure out, dang, I'm probably going to die here. I'm still going to live, barely. Let me finish this fight real quick. I'm gonna throw this on. Okay, there we go. All right. So I take off because I in the direction. Even if I continue further east, obviously the enemies are still hostile. So I like start running through. All the while, like I'm looking up and on the probably off to my left, I see like some gaps and there's some like towns across this gap. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go towards my marker, but that's cool. I'll go back and visit that later. And I was picking up all the fast travel points, so when I have to come back here inevitably later, then it'll be easier for me to get back. Um, I figured out the fast travel system and how to find those spots easier, so I've been doing that. So and anyway, so I'm running through. The next thing that's insane, it's like I see even more dots on the map coming up. Like I, it's gonna sound like I'm exaggerating. Hundreds of red dots on the map on this mini map. I'm like, what is going on? And I look around and there's these like mechanical bugs, right? Some are flying. As I've gotten closer, I can pick out the little. There's like flying bugs that almost are like bee size, a little bit bigger than bee size, but enough to where you can tell they're mechanical. And then there's like beetles and like these other praying mantis type mech bugs, and there's an army fighting those bugs, and both of them are hostile to me.
Oh my god.
And the thing is, it comes to a bottleneck where to get to the region I'm trying to get to, I have to go over this bridge. Luckily, those soldiers are so in battle with these bugs, which again, what's cool, I don't know what's going on, but I can just infer, probably, that they're at war with this mechanical. Maybe the mechanical things have overrun and they're trying to protect their homeland, and it's just like this struggle going on. It's cool. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so I go through that, and I'm trying to stop and look at the mechanical things because they look badass, like bugs, and uh, but I'm also trying not to die. Here's that flat cannon I was looking for. So you exhaust all status cards and deal 8 damage to a random enemy for each exhausted card. So like all those cards that I just had from put in my deck, this is what I needed to complete it. But anyway, um, finally, it's probably it's still morning time. By the time I like run through here, it's like afternoon time, so you can kind of get the sense of what I'm looking at. I finally make it through, and I turn around and I just see all the chaos, and I'm like, Jesus! Like my heart's pounding just because I didn't want to die before I found a fast travel point. Um, and then I get to this. The next scene is like it opens up, and you just see like this plains, right? It's gorgeous, and then off to the right, after I got through that bottleneck, you see like this train tracks running. Like you see it come down, and then it runs in like in front of you at a curve, like off into the distance. I'm like, train tracks?
Mm-hmm.
What the hell? And then as you like start, at this point, I got off my horse and I'm just like in awe. Uh, I look. First thing I notice is I'm looking off in the distance because it's just a focal point, and I see this like massive town castle thing, but it's insane looking. Uh, I want to go there so bad. And then up in the sky, right next to it, is this like you said you didn't play Breath of the Wild, right?
No, I did. I just wasn't a big fan of it.
Um, it reminds me of the big flying. I don't know if you beat the Divine Beast, the big flying one.
Yeah, with the eagle people.
Yeah, so think of that, and I'll show you tonight later. Think of the scale of that. It's in the sky, but it is like 3 times that of the size of in Breath of the Wild, and it's being escorted by other mechanical aircrafts, like 3 or 4 on each side of this big, massive winged mechanical aircraft in the sky.
Jeez.
And I see this off in the distance next to this like like you can tell, like, and there was mention of it in the lore somewhere I was reading of like this technology. There's a place that has the best technology, and this was it. Like once I found out, uncovered the map and saw the name, it was the map. The name it was referring to is this place. So this is the place that has all the technology in the world. And
Huh.
and the reason I can I further deduce that from as I'm walking and I see that, I'm like in awe because it's like one of the coolest things to see. I can't even put it into words. You're just gonna have to take my word for it until you see it later. Um, I mean, I legit felt like I was having an adventure. I was smiling, and this is gonna sound cheesy and whatever. You make fun of me. Whoever watches the video, if no one watches this video, whatever, you're gonna call me cheesy. This is probably the first moment in my life. It's because, man, it's gonna sound like I'm super glazed in this, but I'm being serious. It's like one of the first times I got emotional, but not because of what was not because of like a character dying or whatever, because like a game has made me felt this happy. You know, like just how beautiful it was. The fact that I'm going on this adventure and nothing told me to go here, but I put a little cursor on the map, and like I could probably write a book on about what just happened, and it would be pretty interesting. You know, and it was like that was my own adventure. You know, it's like I got on a horse. I saw like I wore this war torn country that is going against this nation, and I ran through there into a circus. You know, and like rode a lion. Come across this. Yeah, saw all the mechanical bugs that are at war with these other people. Then I see this like mechanical, whatever, and then I'm walking through the plains. Once I take that all in, and I'm like smiling from ear to ear, and I'm kind of almost tearing up because I'm just so happy. I don't know if you've ever had that experience, but I can't explain it. It's like the game just made me legit happy. So happy I was like tearing up. Sounds stupid, but it
spoke to you.
Yeah, just like I don't know. I don't know how to put it into words. Just that you can tell for as much slack or as much crap that the developers probably have been taking for some of the things, you can tell that there's a lot of care that went to the designing of this world. I mean, it is probably the most gorgeous game I've ever seen in my entire life. And then you have these experiences, and it just like makes it even better. So anyway, I'm going through, I see that, having that experience, and I go through this field, and I'm seeing some NPCs working in the field. This is like further explain why I was tearing up too. So you're going through, and then you see like, again, because they're like high on technology, next to them is like this pretty massive, like 2 or 3 times size of the person, helping the person farm or harvest or doing some kind of task with them. And it's just not like standing there. It's like looks like it's helping out that person, making their life better in the farm, you know? And so you see that kind of, out in an open field. And then as you get closer to the town, people are walking down the street, and then they're being followed by like what I assume is their machine, personal machine. Some of them are flying, some of them are walking next to them, escorting them. Some are working out in the dye. Like there's a dye place that you can go to buy dyes and whatever. And there's like the best way I can explain it's like a clay pot with water in it, but it's massive. And there's like someone like dipping stuff in. There's one of those machines dipping stuff in the water, and yeah. So I mean, that's just like you can see how the technology is helping these people's lives on a daily basis. And I didn't read a thing of it. It's just visual. And these are like on the outskirts, the rural areas. And then as I get through, I didn't make it to that town. I was saving that for later. The big castle with the flying thing. But instead, I saw another smaller castle. And so I like, it was kind of more. See, I was heading east. So it would have been I started going north on that island or that region, and there was a you can tell as you kind of work through the rural part, you can see that that railroad tracks leads up into another smaller castle. Uh, so I go up in there. Same thing. It's like people walking all throughout the city, machines helping them sweep and like do things in the city. Some are like entertaining people. Like it's crazy, dude. None of that was written. Um, yeah, and so anyway, there's more to it that oh yeah, this is the most important thing. Before I get to that part, when I was following the train tracks led me off to the coast, and I saw some more. Remember, I told you I had found some pirate ships.
Yeah.
Well, I found some pirate ships to the south of that middle area where I started at. Well, I saw some more of those ships on the coast here, off in the coast, and kind of the train tracks that lead into the city. Kind of like the way it did it, my eyes kind of like it's almost like the focal point of the horizon led me to want to go to the coast. And I went to the coast, and there's more of those pirate ships, and the bandits in that area are pirate themed. So I get to the coast, I'm like, I see a ship, and I'm like fighting these guys, and I'm done. And then I turn my camera, which again happens a lot. I turn my camera off to the north towards the city. This is where I really noticed the city before I got there. That has all the mechanical parts in it. And one of the most, even more breathtaking than seeing the mechanical beast in the sky, is off in the distance, one of the most beautiful scenery. Like if someone painted this, it would be, you'd be speechless. I was standing on the coast, so you have to try to imagine this in your brain. You've got this royal plains, beautiful farmland, with spots of the people, because like the draw distance is far. Then you see this like faint thing of of the city that I'm trying to go to. It's like a little castle. It's not little, but it's little compared to most of the other castles. And then off in the distance behind it is the desert. And so you can see the crimson desert, the way that the sun is hitting the sand of the desert on the mountains. I mean, I don't even know how to explain how beautiful that looks. It's like,
damn, and he just name dropped the game too, huh?
Yeah, that desert is called the Crimson Desert. Because the way that when the sun hits the desert, I know why they called it that, because it looks crimson once the way that the sun hits it. So like at the distance, it looks red mixed with like, it literally looks like a painting of a desert off in the distance. And I was just standing on the coast looking. I'm like, I just stood there for like 5-10 minutes, just like I couldn't believe it, man. I don't know. And again, I know it sounds like I'm glazing it, and it's like, but those experiences, I think are even greater than Breath of the Wild. Like I know, because that's what I loved about Breath of the Wild, is that you just go in a direction, and you would have your adventure. The problem with Breath of the Wild is I felt like a lot of times, like I saw something I wanted to go see, but I wasn't really rewarded with anything. And it was good. It looked cool, but comparatively, for the one I'm seeing here, not only am I rewarded with like stuff, but I'm rewarded with the visuals, like the visual storytelling. Because there just wasn't that. I mean, you get to a little hub and you can kind of make about a little bit of what's going on. You have the people, what is it, the Noras or whatever, the
Zoras.
The Zoras. So you got a little stuff, but it wasn't like on a scale of like, hey, you can see that this region has turned technology to helping them in their day-to-day lives, and I could see how, like, where I came from, it's more primitive. There's no technology. These are like people, even the Grey Manes, who I'm with are more like not barbaric, but like they come off as like very barbaric compared to like people who have this technology. And it shows in their clothing. You can tell like their lives are more enriched, like their clothing's better. Like for the most part, the houses and everything look. You can tell that like it's helped out their life, their way of life.
Right.
So anyway, so now I know text didn't do it justice, but now you can see why I was so excited and kept texting you about it, because that experience I had, couldn't wait to tell you.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's one of those once in a lifetime games. It sounds like.
It is. It is. Like I said, it doesn't have it. It's not perfect, no, but I don't think any game is perfect. I don't think I could say is even if like. In fact, now that I have this game, it points out the flaws that I have in games, and I love Skyrim and Elder Scrolls, and I still love them past this. But like because of how well this game did things in other aspects, it actually made things like Skyrim and stuff look, and like Elder Scrolls look very antiquated.
Wow.
Like a lot of things that you thought, you go and find this. And I'm not saying I'm not going to take away from Skyrim or whatever. It still has that, but it's just on a. It took that and like turned it into like 20 times the scale of that. And then you have like Skyrim. I've never felt that even when Skyrim came out, it wasn't like the most beautiful game. It was cool. The water was cool. And normally I don't care about the graphics either, but this game is like, okay, maybe I should care about the graphics, because like when it does matter and they nail the graphics, this is the experience you have. So
Right.
What the heck?
Yeah, that sounds wild.
I've been holding on to your friends. Never mind. Yeah, it is wild. I don't know. Like I said, you call me crazy, but that was my experience.
I guess a generational game would be a better word.
If they can, if they can, and it's funny because I loved Cowboy's review of this game, and he said generational. I was like, oh, okay, he's kind of throwing it around. Now I see why he said that. Now I feel like I agree with him. If they could do a few little more fixes, which they've responded quickly, so now if they can fix it's a single player game. Let me ride a lion as much as I want. Who cares about balance? You know, like if I go through the trouble of like, imagine the story how different that part of the story would have been if I told you, bro, I jumped on this lion and now I have a freaking lion I can ride around.
Yeah, have like a stable. Maybe you have to buy a stable to keep them in or something.
Yeah, and well, they already have a horse stable. Yeah, so there's a horse stable, so maybe I have to spend money on something for like exotic animals. Yeah, make it an investment, but let me keep it. Like. Anyway, I feel like they probably will.
Or at least like befriend them. Like you have to sit there and befriend the animals over time in order to ride them permanently. There's a few different routes they could take.
Yeah, and that's another thing that I found out, which I had no idea about. Remember, you have this interest level. Remember when I was petting the dog and you saw the interest level? Well, so I'd had that adventure and I went back. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to start. I needed to get more inventory space. I'm going to like finish out a bunch of the side quests at the beginning. So I've done all this stuff and I still haven't done some of the quote-to-quote tutorial stuff. Because I just skipped it so I could go on and explore. And so I went back and I was doing that. One of the missions are, sure enough, you can get that animal, like a dog, cat, whatever. To your point, the system is there, so why doesn't it introduce to all animals? To your point is that I was introduced to this dog, one of the girls at my camp, this is part of the tutorial, says that, oh, there's this dog that looks like abandoned. He's been hanging out. Maybe his owner's been killed. He's just been sitting here. And she's like, well, you, and then it shows me the pop up, and it's like, hey, you can like pet the dog, and it gets their interest, or you can feed them. Sure enough, I drop some meat, and he'll walk up and eat it, and that gives like 30 interest instead of just 5. When it's at 100, you can you have an option to it'll give you a little prompt input like square or something, and you take that dog in, and it's yours then. So like now I have a dog, he follows me everywhere, right? Like he's my dog. And not only that, during battle, like he'll run around after I'm done fighting and picks up all the loot and like puts it in my inventory for me. Like, so the only another complaint I have though, which is silly, right? Like all this stuff to get me immersed, right? Where I feel like where I was almost in tears, right? And then you have an experience like this where you cannot rename the dog.
Oh, you can't name the dog?
Yeah, it's just brown dog or whatever it is, right? Like why wouldn't you?
I mean, a brown dog.
Why do you have so many steps forward and it's such an immersive experience? And then, like, imagine the reason you want your people to name the animal is so you can become attached and have feelings for that animal, you know? And you can't. But I still feel attached to it. There's still an attachment, but it's just.
Yeah, it's still your brown dog.
It's still my brown dog, and like, I love him, I'm gonna pet him, he's a good boy, the best boy, but it's just like, I want to sit, we talked about this multiple times, I want to sit in a room with some of these devs and be like, you iterated on some of the most successful games and their features, and some of those games' basic core concepts allow you to rename animals.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
So.
To be a fly on the wall.
Yeah, and there's so many instances. What is that? Okay, I want that back. Trying to think of other situations that are backwards. The mount system. I don't have a problem with the controls. I know people said it just takes time getting used to. I actually found out you can hit the trackpad, like if you're using a PlayStation controller. I don't know what it is on Xbox. If you hit the trackpad, you can actually go into first person mode. I didn't know that. When you're not in combat, you can do first person.
Oh, that's cool.
And then if you do first person, especially when you're picking up things and looting and stuff, it makes it easier. Also, like when you're in like a building that you enter, it's pretty immersive to do it that way. Yeah. I don't know. I can't think of many things else. Give me the mount system that with the mounts I can ride as much as I want. And I think if they can do that, I'm trying to think I'm not missing anything. I would say if they do that, this is a generational game. And it should be game of the year. Now, I know people love Resident Evil and it did something special in that genre, and I don't want to take that away.
Horror games almost never. Actually, I don't think they never have one game of the year.
I know.
It's a niche genre, but I don't think that's real.
You don't think because there's no, I just think for like, I don't know. I feel like it was a special.
Yeah, I just think the horror genre in general, you know, because you're losing the child audience you're losing a lot of adult audience that don't want to play scary games. And
Yeah. I guess that's true.
it just kind of tough as a horror game to win Game of the Year.
I guess if I was making an argument for it, I don't like horror games, but I'm intrigued enough that I kind of want to play it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is, I think I would consider it special in that regard, right? Because it did a good enough job to make me considering ignoring the fact that I'm a little scaredy cat because I want to try it. So for you, my friend, I hope you get it, but I just, this was more than I was anticipating. I was hyped for it, but I was also under a controlled hype because I've been let down before. But the things that I wanted, I got. Like it was made for me. It is not an RPG necessarily, but it is an RPG in the other senses.
Right.
So, anyway, I hope I explained that in a way that you could see why it's special, because, like, it is a special game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, you painted a good picture.
That might just be the DM in me.
That's kind of what it sounded like.
But now I wanted to give you this picture because when I show you later, I want you to see, like, I mean, seeing it though is also another thing. Also, you can tell me how good my DM skills are. I wasn't very good. That was my first time DMing. I mean, I still want to finish it, but
You're the best I've ever had.
I think I'm the only one you've ever had.
But hey, that doesn't make it any less.
I'll take it, you know. To you, I am your Matt Mercer.
Yep.
My deck's starting to come online. The one that I've been building for.
Your huge deck.
My huge deck.
It's all coming together.
So huge I can barely fit it on screen. Alright, here we go. Oh, this guy. I hate this freaking guy. Alright, let's see if I can, Actually, I'm going to use some of my potions. That's how much I hate this guy. He just does so much damage. See, look what his debuff does. Whenever you play a card, lose one. So strength is how, like, it adds one damage, or it adds damage to your attack, and dexterity gives you extra block. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So if they take it away, you lose that, right? So it says whenever I play a card, lose one strength and one dexterity. So for every card I'm playing, I'm effectively making myself worse. It does reset at the beginning of every turn, but so you want to kind of do that first and then that. But yeah, the part of me is like, I want to show you this, and that's why I was thinking that night. I was like, man, I wish I could. That same night I had that experience. I was like, I wish I could have Tyler, or just so I could show him on my big screen, like how. I can't think of what I'm working on getting my what I'm trying to do. I just sent in my verification today. It takes like 24 hours. Once I get my YouTube verified, then I'll be able to dual stream. So I'll stream on Twitch and YouTube. So I don't have to upload it. It'll just already be there, and then I'll just put my thumbnail on it.
Yep.
And then when I live stream on YouTube, you should be able to see it in 4K. I'll be able to stream in 4K, and then you can see it better too.
Mm-hmm.
But I still want you to come hang out. So
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think YouTube's a pretty underutilized live streaming service. Like, I know I use YouTube for YouTube Shorts a lot, and every once in a while it'll show you a live stream. You can click on it and just filter through live stream. Sometimes I'll do that. I think it is. It's an underutilized streaming service.
Well, all the streamers that I watch stream on YouTube now, like Dan, Co.
Peanut's on there too.
Peanut.
Back when I watched Peanut, he was pulling over 100,000 on YouTube, which is insane. Nobody streams that many people on YouTube.
Hutch is I watch Hutch. I like Hutch too. At first I didn't kind of like Hutch because he came off as a little pretentious, but as I watched him lately, I actually really like Hutch a lot. He's really cool. He's like,
oh, that's Peanut's friend you're talking about, right?
Yeah. I really like, so the facade he puts up with Burnt Peanut. I say facade. The character he puts up with Peanut. It is just that, a character. Because like on his own stream, when he's without him, he's awesome. Like for today, his mod had a birthday, and I forget. I'm infatuated with this game that he streams now. It's called The Isle, where you play a dinosaur. That game's awesome to watch. Peanut started it the other day, and I've heard people play it, but Peanut and him did it, and now I'm invested. And Hutch plays it all the time. So anyway, long story short, he's been playing it, whatever, today. So I've been watching him, and a lot of people are playing Crimson Desert on a lot of people I follow play Crimson. And I don't want to watch it because I don't want to get spoiled. Anyway, like his mod, I think editor or something, he was saying. It was his birthday, and he said something like, "Oh, I can't wait. I want to play the island, but I need to get a new PC. My PC's it's not good." You know, he's like, "But I'm planning to get one. It's just going to be a little while." And Hutch has a deal with what's the streamer PC that everyone's partnered with? It seems like
Alienware?
No. It's no one likes Alienware anymore. No, that's hold on. Let me look. Hold on, give me a second. I'll look.
Is it Hyperpower? Is that what it's called?
No, you're talking. That's the computer I have, CyberPower PC. But hold on. I'll tell you in like 2 seconds. Hold on. Starforge. That's a popular streamer because like one of the streamers is, I forget which streamer it is, like co-founded it or something. So, anyways, Starforge is like really popular. Anyway, he used that. He's like I guess he has some kind of way, but he's like, "Hey, it's your birthday, man," and he gave him. I forget how he did it, but it was like a link or something, or like he bought him a Starforge PC for his birthday, so now he can play. It's just right there.
Wow. That's wild.
That's pretty cool, you know. Because usually mods and stuff, they'll do it for, they don't get paid, you know, only on like Coach Channel and like I think Thor and Thor's dad. Do they pay which I don't even watch. I don't even follow Thor anymore. Um, his talk track was like the same every stream. It got tiring. It's like all the good things he does are great, but he uses that to like almost like fish people in.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man, he went through the ringer. He did not have a good year.
That it's because of his WoW situation.
Yeah, it was like the WoW situation, and then there's a lot of controversy around him like looking up
Oh yeah,
stuff on his phone and then claiming it was him just knowing how to do it. And there was something else too. I remember watching the video that somebody did on it.
I don't. I just
He's like one of the people who lost the most followers
he only
so quickly.
he gets like 2,000 people watching now compared to the 15-20,000 that were watching him.
Oh yeah, and his whole what was that movement that started over in
Yeah, the preserved games, he didn't support it.
yeah.
I mean, I didn't really.
Stop killing games, I think.
You can believe and do whatever you want. Really, that's not. I just think his personality for me. It wasn't for me.
Yeah.
Now his dad, on the other hand, who like worked for Blizzard. I mean, I know Thor did, but his dad, who was like a major part of like the cinematics of Blizzard. I love his dad. Like he's making it's freaking awesome. It's like one of the coolest experiences I've had. So his dad, so what he'll do is he'll start off the stream playing the games that he helped make and like was a part of. Like, so he played out through Diablos, he's playing through the Warcraft games, like there's some other ones that he helped with. So he does that, and then in the second half, he started from ground zero, working with the community. And I've been sub to him the whole time he's been on Twitch. Like as soon as Thor announced that he was coming, because like obviously his dad is like really renowned at Blizzard.
Oh yeah. But he's a big part of the reason why they were so successful in the first place.
For sure. Trying to get my thought together here. The very beginning, he all the way from the brainstorming to where it's now, he decided like he's gonna show people how to make a game. So like he picked an engine, he started brainstorming, and I've seen it all the way through, right? Brainstorming, and so all the way he learned a new software. He's literally building a ground up on stream.
Wow.
Like from the mechanics to like story, and like he's getting input from the community, and it's real cool to watch that kind of stuff. And his whole point is that it's like if you want to make a game, anyone can do it. It's just like you just gotta do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really cool. I mean, it looks like 16-bit graphics or whatever, but
Hey, that's one of the best there is.
he's doing interesting things. Like you can go pick pieces of the statue up, and then you can actually build it. Like he has it where it's programmed where it builds it when you find all the pieces. It's cool stuff, man. I'm gonna probably stream here for another 20 minutes, and then it's just gonna be a short stream. I just wanted to get on here, and for anyone who watches, is gonna hear me mush about Crimson Desert instead of playing the game. But hopefully I can get through this run. I'm sure I've made mistakes too because I wasn't paying attention as much. But to my point is that let's see, do I have a chance taking this? Let's do it. I mean, that's just how special it is to me so far.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Starting to take too much damage. And I probably distracted you from whatever the heck you're doing over there.
No, you're good. Just playing Pokemon. Trying to collect all 151 this time. For the first time ever.
You can do it! You can become the best there ever was.
Yeah, I just caught Articuno. That's what I was doing while I was just chatting with you right now. Still only got one more legendary bird left.
How far are you into it?
At the Elite Four.
Is that in game?
Yeah, there's a post game too where they have some of the Generation 2 Pokemon you can go catch. But then yeah, all the trade evolutions I gotta do. Pretty close. Pretty close.
Let's see. Let's kill this dude here. Yeah, it's just I was already really tired, but I wanted to at least stream for a little bit. And it gives me an excuse to make a goofy Photoshop of my face on one of the Slay the Spire characters.
Mm-hmm.
Oh! Yeah, I'm probably going to lose this. Let's do this. This is where I die, right here. I'll probably start another run so I can actually focus the whole time through.
I'm gonna grab a heating pad real quick. Shoulder's killing me.
Aight. Alright, let's lock in. Lock in. I'm not telling any more stories. Let's lock in. But yeah, I can't win with this class. I don't know. I'm sure I'm doing stuff wrong. Especially now that I'm streaming it and I was talking too much, but... We're gonna start over. I don't like that. We're starting over. We starting over. Okay. Probably this path right here. Does this evoke it? No. Okay. You back? Alright. Alright, let's do, let's see. What are the heart of the cards saying? Well, I like this for block. Because it's 9 blocks, so we're going to go with that. Let's do this. Do 3 damage. Trigger all lightning against the enemy. So that's what? 3 and 6. Or was that 8? I wish I had like a thing I could see, maybe it does, where I could see like where the damage did and why it did the damage. Like on Hearthstone, for example, on the side, it has a little thing. You click on the card and you can see what attacked what, you know?
Right. Play by play.
Yeah, because like it said evoke all my... Or not evoke, it said cast lightning that's channeled on an enemy. So when I do that, is it triggering the 8 twice? I don't know. That's what I got to figure out. Let's do this. Let's do here. Yeah, man, I'm freaking exhausted.
Heck yeah, been a long week.
Here we go. GG. Next. All right, give me some good attacks. It's one to give me claws. All right, let's do a claw deck. Screw it. Claw decks are horrible, but we're going to do it anyway. The heart of the cards is telling me.
I summon Exodia.
At the
heart of the card.
Exactly. All right, let's see. Let's see what it does. All right, so I got two channeled. It says deal 3 damage, trigger all lightning. So that's 3. Oh, maybe it does it 3 times 3. Or 3 times 2. So like this is 3, 3 that's 6, and then the damage from the card will be 9. Let's see if that's what it is. Yeah. Wait. Yeah, that's what it did. Okay. Okay. Makes sense. Now I get it. He dead. Nice. That worked out. All right. And it didn't kill anybody. Great. I was hoping it would at least kill one. Okay. Let's take this one out. We won! Yay! Alright, what do we got here? This one?
Oh, dude, did you see the Mario movie leak? Or not leak, but they actually announced it.
Talking about the Galaxy one or whatever?
Yeah. You see they announced that Fox is going to be in it?
I think I saw somewhere. I think I did see that. Star Fox?
Yeah. It's like, okay, if they're going to start doing that, man, go ahead and give me the Super Smash Brothers movie.
Yeah, I could see that happening for sure.
Yeah, I'm hoping. I know they're doing a live action, but I would also love an animated Zelda movie.
I mean, I think what they'll, I don't know. I thought it was interesting that they're not doing the same treatment as they're doing the Mario movie, you know, with like 3D.
Yeah, right.
And it's weird that they went live action.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm a huge fan of that. There's only so much you can do with live action. But hey, any Zelda content is good for me.
Lord of the Rings has entered the chat. You know what I mean?
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, you said there's only so much you can do in live action, and I said Lord of the Rings entered the chat.
Gotcha. Yeah, but I don't think that's correct.
No, I'm talking about. I'm just talking about in general Lord of the Rings. The fact that they did what they did in live action.
Oh no, right? Yeah, that's what I was saying. Peter Jackson, like that dude is just a miracle worker.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Well, now Peter Jackson and it's doing a new one.
I saw that, the Hunt for Golem, and then he's doing another one with Stephen Colbert.
Yeah. So, and I'm glad. A lot of people were like, for some reason they feel like they were hating on Colbert, but Colbert knows more about Lord of the Rings than most people. And most people don't give him enough credit for. Like that dude loves Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I saw his interview with Vigo, the guy who plays Aragorn.
Mm-hmm.
And how he like went on this huge tangent. Like, oh, I can't believe I'm in front of, son of Arathor. Like all his long 20-person name.
Uh-huh.
And then he even showed like in their back room of their studio they have Aragorn's sword. So he's a super fan for sure. So I have no doubt, and I like seeing him. He's a funny, smart guy. So I have no issues with that. I think he'll be great.
Yeah, I
I think
think
as long as you're a fan of the material, you're good. So I don't think you'll try to do it wrong. Kind of like Henry Cavill with The Witcher. You know, he respected the source material, and once they started straying away, he's like, well, I'm not going to do it anymore. Okay, respect to that.
yeah. I mean, I'm one of the few people that like the Rings of Power. I thought I love Rings of Power. But you still need to watch it. You still, it's like I'm over here giving you game advice, Lunar and Breath of Fire, and I'm over here like for a Lord of the Rings fan, you gotta watch, even though for some people it's controversial. You gotta watch Rings of Power. It's awesome, and you're just straight up ignoring me.
Now there's only just so much time in the day.
Mm-hmm. No, I know. You got so much. I'm just giving you a hard time.
Still need to beat Diablo 2.
I know. We got to do that. I'm just so fixated on. Yeah, and I actually would be playing that if I wanted to chill. I just don't know. I guess we'll see. You know, I think the way I mentioned at the beginning of stream is the best way to do it. Like I feel like if I had more people following, I would, or like actually watching the whole playthrough, I would maybe commit. It's hard having two different playthroughs, so I feel like just like mixing it up. Like when I do want to play it, then I'll stream what I'm playing, the content I've gotten so far, and then I'll stream other games. I love Slay the Spire too. Like I said, it's not very balanced right now, but I'm trying to figure this class out that I have not been able to win with, and it's fun. This is interesting. Let's do it. Why not? Alright. Like, I can get to Act 3, and every time... Dude, I have, like, the perfect deck with those status cards, and I get to the third act, and the boss that I go against in the third act was the one boss that only lets me play one skill per turn. And that deck is built around playing multiple skills and getting all those status cards in your deck. So it's like, my RNG got me the hardest boss for my build.
Yeah, and just gives you a hard counter.
And it's the same thing. Like I've been making it to the round, and then I'll get murdered on one of the paths, or like it's just I've been having bad RNG, dude. Now, the last run when I was yapping my mouth, that's different. I wasn't paying attention, but the game's had my attention, and I've been losing. So. Alright, here we go.
Moltres is a bitch.
Oh, you're talking about the I need to remove this card. The Elite Four you're on right now.
No, I was catching the
Oh, wild Pokemon.
Yeah, I'm catching the third legendary bird. The last one I need. But he is being a freaking butthead.
Do you suspect or expect anything different?
Yeah, I just wish my RNG was a little better.
Preaching to the choir, brother. We're about to see if what weird concoction of a deck I had. Oh, it's not a hard boss. Okay, this one I should be able to. If I can get rid of one, there's one card in here that doesn't make sense in this deck. If I can get rid of it. Here's the thing, do I eat 18 damage? I think I do. Alright. And then I do this. And I do this. There we go. Alright. So this will play twice. Nice. Oh, it stunned him. Alright, here's one. So I can only play one card this turn, I think. Which means I want to play... just bullcrap. Let me draw cards. Let's do this. Okay. Feel like I'm gonna beat the first boss at least. I mean, I should be able to. Here we go. First boss down. Okay. I think I'll finish this run. I'm not a little over here. Oh, here we go. I need that to get my echo form out. Okay. Shiny orbs. How work? Ouch. Enchant a skill with imbued. The card is played automatically. Ooh, dude, this is awesome. I'm gonna put this on. Oh, it won't work. Dang. Hold on a minute. I think I can save and quit, and it'll give me the option to re-choose. Yeah. I was hoping I could put that on my power, but it says skill, if I can learn to read. We'll do this. Okay. Alright, yeah, if you... The one thing... I don't know how good this is, but if you, like, quit... Let's say you're about to lose. As long as you're still alive, if you save and quit, you can restart the combat and try it again.
Oh. Little safes coming?
Yeah, I don't know if that's intentional. I need to hit up a shop. So let's see. Let's go down this path. We'll go here. Well, let me, because I need to get some cards out of my deck here. What if we go up here? There we go. Let's try it. Looks like I'm building some kind of lightning deck, basically. I don't have any blocks, so anyway, so let's just do this. Okay, we're gonna do this first, so it gives me 18 block. We're gonna do that. Stun him. And he dead. He dead. Get wrecked. Alright, here's another claw. We'll take it. Since we're making some kind of weird claw lightning concoction. This is the guy that steals my... Come on, steal the card I don't want. Nope, that's the card I need. Of course you steal the card that I... Oh, I need to stand up here in a minute, too. I've been sitting in my chair all day. Let's play this first. You dead. Give my card back. Okay. Now I need to remove that one card. This one. Okay. Can I afford any other cards? Nah, we'll save our money. He's stunned. So I'm not going to worry about him this turn. Oh, he's dead. So far the deck is it's working sort of, at least. I'm about to take 16 damage though, because I didn't get it draw any block. So that's great. I guess I could have hit draw 3 cards up here, but I don't really want to waste it on this guy. Alright, he's dead. Gain 10 block, next turn gain. Let's do that. do have good damage. These guys put status cards in my hand though. Sucks. Alright, let me draw 3 cards. So let's do this. Wait, it didn't work? Oh, because it wasn't the start of combat. Oops. I'm gonna take a lot of damage. See, this is what I'm talking about. I've got a good deck, I feel like. It's kind of jiving, and I'm getting screwed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I won, but did I win? Excuse me. Gross, Tyler.
Ew.
You'd think you wouldn't burp on stream as my first guest. He's gonna do 8, so I'm gonna play this. Again, I'm gonna take 3 damage that I can't do anything about. I'm gonna take a lot of damage if I can't. Woo! I got out of it. Alright, skip. Definitely going to the campfire so I can rest. See what relic we get. Useless for me. I don't really care. Okay, we got some rests in. And of course it's this guy. Because why wouldn't it be? Maybe I can actually kill him fast before he scales. Let's do this. Defend. So I'm going to take 16. He did. All right, rest again. Here we go, an elite. We'll see how bad I can get screwed over here. Took 1 damage. I'm going to take 16 because I have no block. Oh, no. No, 6. Okay, good. Um... Somehow I'm doing okay. Oh, not this turn. This is gonna suck. I'm gonna take 16 damage. Crazy. Nope, definitely want that. Alright, let's remove another card. Let's do this. We'll pick up a potion. This boss can suck. He forces you to choose a debuff at a certain point in combat. Either damage at the end of the turn or draw fewer cards. I got Echo Farm early, so that's good. See, like, so I gotta choose my penalty here. I'll draw one fewer cards. I need to stand up a minute. Hold on. Let me put on my... Give me one sec. Here, I'm going to mute my mic while I adjust my standing desk. Okay, there we go. I forgot that, hold on, actually. Give me one second. I'm wearing my old shirt and it looks sloppy. Let me put on my Superman shirt. Hold on. Let me turn into Superman. Let me take my Clark Kent. You know?
Let's go, dropping all the secrets.
Yeah, they don't know I'm Superman. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see if you can tell. You ready? Boom.
Ah.
All right. Even though the collar is kind of worn out on this stupid shirt, it's fine. I was trying to raise my desk up higher, and then I realized I forgot my other PC that's hooked up to my other monitor. The HDMI cable is connected to the monitor, so I almost like probably ripped off my monitor, but it's all good.
It's all good.
All right. Yeah, I need to stand up. I've been sitting down like all day. So far, I'm doing okay against the boss. That's not saying much. Things can go south really quickly. You cannot play more than 3 cards in a turn. Let's do it. Fine. It's a battle of attrition at this point. God dang, he just healed. Well, we're going to do this card for my double play. Okay, we're making some progress. Well, I can't use all my energy anyway, so might as well. I actually might pull this off. He's going to heal this turn. Yeah, looky there. Second boss. Okay, now on to Act 3, sir. Skip that. We don't need that. Oh, it's the door. The other enemy that I hate. At the start of your turn, draw 2 additional cards. Gain an extra energy at the start of each turn. All enemies start combat with 1 strength. Let's do this. Okay. So I got rid of the rest of my basic strike and defense. I got an itch. Let me scratch it. Okay. Which direction are we going? Probably... I don't like that the shop is so close to the beginning, but here we are. Man, I got some bad pathing. I think I'm gonna... This is horrible. I think I'm gonna go up this way. It's gonna lead to this elite. I'm forced into an elite. Alright, let's see what we can do. So they're already going to do 24 damage. So I'm going to have to block. I can block all of it but one. I'll take it though. What? When they take off my max health? When I take unblocked damage? What the?
Ruthless.
Holy bonkers, Batman. Means we gotta kill these guys fast. They did. Let's get out of that real quick. Skip. Oh god, of course. Your next attack does triple damage. Let's do it. Not too bad so far. Exhaust all your... it's not really a flak deck. I do think I want to see if I can remove a card. Let's see, what do we got here? Right here. I don't need this. Look at the frog, man. He's on a beetle.
Look at the frog.
He's on a beetle. Not too bad. 50-something damage on my first turn. Well, I'm going to do Echo Form. And I'm going to take 15 damage that I can't do anything about. Oh, look at that. Get wreckety wrecked. Skip. Wait. Skip. We're gonna go here. We're gonna rest. Hopefully no enemies. Okay, thank you. Alright, let's see if we can get two cards upgraded. If we can take out this dummy in 3 turns. I actually have never done this before. I might actually beat the dummy in 3 turns. Yep, I'm gonna beat it. My first time. Yay! Alright. Every time you play 3 skills in a single turn, deal 5 damage to all enemies. Okay. Things are, you know, I'm not gonna say it, actually. You know what? I'm not gonna say nothing. Oh, wait. Are these enemies? I thought you couldn't do the same enemies. These... If I take unblocked damage, I'm gonna... God dang it. So they're gonna do 24. Let's do it against... I'm about to take a lot of damage off my max. Jesus Christ. Woo! It hurts. Make it stop. He's dead already. He's dead. You alright over there, buddy?
Sleeping.
Of course my art. I hate me. I hate my RNG. Dude. The amount... Well, never mind. I thought I was doing good. Turns out... Not the case. See, I just keep getting screwed on this. It's crazy.
Gotta love RNG.
Here's another hard enemy. Ugh. About to take 24 damage. Now I gotta find an elite. See, this is what I'm talking about. And this is a tough one too. I mean, I feel like this is a good deck, but it's just getting wreckety wrecked. I'm about to take 40. I'm dead. I don't have any block. Just like that, I'm dead. That's what I'm talking about. Like, I have a good deck. I'm doing lots of damage. This guy can't. I have like more block than I do attack. Draw no blocks. I don't even have that big of a deck. Well, anyway, as far as the stream goes, thanks for joining me in the stream, buddy. I'm gonna hang out with you after, but we're gonna end it there with my 45-minute spiel of Crimson Desert. My losing streak continues on Slay the Spire 2. Will a newbie eventually get a win with defect? I guess you'll have to... I don't know. I guess they'll have to tune in next time. What do you think?
That's right.
And you've probably heard me say this a couple times. There's a couple things I care about a bunch of my life. I don't think you know, Tyler, why I care about this, but I'll explain to you. You'll learn now, because I haven't explained it why I talk about the suicide stuff. But again, I want to let people know that if you're struggling with mental health and you're thinking about suicide, please reach out to the suicide hotline or professionals for help, or a friend or somebody, because you're loved, you're needed here. There's a reason you're here. You know, don't go and do something crazy, because life is special. I know it may not seem like it now, but it is, and it's short, and it's precious. The reason I bring it up is because I had a family member commit suicide. No one knew. He didn't come to us and tell us. Came home to him on the couch, and what was left of him anyway, because he had found a way to, use a fork to pull a trigger of a shotgun and blew his head off. And he had a note.
Damn, hard to hear that, man.
Yeah. And he had a note explaining, of course, not only love us, but all the things he was going through, but no one knew. No one. I don't think he felt like he could go to anybody. And it sucks because no one should ever feel that way. So hopefully, even if you don't feel like you have someone that you can confide into, like I said, find somebody. Don't just do something rash and something that you can't obviously undo. The other thing is cancer is a big thing in my family as well, so that's something I support. So if you can donate or do anything for cancer research or anything, that's awesome too, because I've lost a couple people to cancer in my family. One cancer and I forget the other cancer that my other grandfather had, but both cancer nonetheless, and cancer sucks. It can go frick itself. And yeah, so sorry to end it that way, but just to drive home the point that you matter and you're loved. With that being said, everyone have a great rest of your week. Tyler, don't go anywhere. We're gonna hang out, buddy. And if you're watching the videos and catching it on YouTube, I appreciate it. And I will see y'all next week. Y'all have a good week, good weekend. And I might be on this weekend. I don't know. We'll see. But later on.